what you're seeing here today is something really magical, something you just don't see every day, something rare, something beautiful that everyone came here to participate in and share in the joy. Of course, I'm talking about the free beer. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Tim. For those of you who didn't know me growing up, I was the star quarterback in high school. I was the homecoming king, I was the valedictorian, and I was homeschooled. For those of you who know me and don't know Nicole, this is Nicole, my ex-fiance.
Now you're away.
I just want to thank everyone who came out here today. I know a lot of people traveled far. People came from Connecticut, Vermont, Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, obviously. Someone drove out here from Michigan to get here today. It's amazing what people will go through just to get a free meal. And I really want to thank everyone who helped us out with everything today. I know Randy kind of tossed this whole thing together. I know Bob provided a lot of the food. My Uncle Adam and my father set the arts out there. I know Jason provided the music. And for everyone who set up all the tables and everyone who's up here clearing, mowing, everything like that. And an especially big thank you to my grandmother Tinker. Because back in the summer of 1989, she let my teenage parents sleep together in the same room. I will never forget the day that I met Nicole. It was February 11th. We met on a Monday, and we had a date the following Sunday. And it was a little over 2 months later that we actually moved into our first apartment. And I think for everyone who's had their first apartment, you can pretty much picture it. We had the mattress on the floor, the pile of dirty clothes in the corner, and the pile of clean clothes in the other corner. But living with someone is a really good test for a relationship. You learn a lot about them, and you learn a lot about yourselves. Like, for example, I learned that I use too many paper towels and that they're expensive. I proposed after 6 months of dating Nicole. And that's when I realized that I had known my future wife almost as long as I've known the mustard in my fridge. When I originally wanted to propose, I asked Bob, Nicole's father, if we could get married, and he said no. He said, Tim, I don't go that way, and you're dating my daughter.
Get married.
When I originally wanted to propose, I asked Bob, Nicole's father, if we could marry, and he told me no. And he said, I don't go that way, and you're dating my daughter.
Someone didn't hear it.
So we started planning this whole wedding. We were supposed to get married in the spring, or maybe the summer, but then we found out last summer that we were having my beautiful daughter, Lily.
Yeah, Lily! Lily!
The thing about having a baby is you have to tell people my girlfriend's pregnant and we're really excited, because if you just say my girlfriend's pregnant, they don't know how to react or what face to make.
You want my
So
apartment?
we had to push the date back a few times because Nicole, we needed to get Nicole in her dress, and we needed to make sure that we needed to give her. This isn't mine. If weddings were for men, there would be men's wedding magazines.
Very true.
She told me that she originally wanted a fairy tale wedding, and that's when I hired a witch to curse my firstborn daughter, and a wolf to eat my grandmother.
How many grandmothers do you have here, Jimmy? 10 or so?
I have 3 dads, so.
Fortunate boy.
In all seriousness, though, Nicole, I do love you very much. My favorite thing about you is your caring, your understanding. We think alike, and we often read each other's minds. Most of the time, we know what the other one thinks without asking. Sometimes we know each other quite a bit, and sometimes I take you for granted. But once in a while, like right now, I realize how lucky I am to share my life with the greatest woman I ever met.
Yes.
I truly hope that each day of our marriage is better than the last, so that way I can look back on today, our wedding day, and know that it was the worst day of our marriage.